Have you ever found yourself stalled, paralyzed by the weight of an important task, even knowing that delay will only deepen your woes? Perhaps it's that crucial work assignment perpetually relegated to tomorrow's to-do list, or that passion project you've sworn to ignite every Monday, yet remains unstarted. Or maybe it's something far more profound, a life-altering change you recognize as necessary, yet consistently find justifications to postpone. You reassure yourself that the time isn't right, that you simply require a surge of motivation, that you're patiently awaiting the opportune moment. But the right moment stubbornly refuses to materialize. And do you know the uncomfortable truth behind this perpetual cycle? Procrastination isn't merely a superficial issue of organizational skills or a deficit in willpower. It's a complex, deeply rooted behavior that reflects your intricate relationship with fear, discomfort, and ultimately, your own sense of self. And here's the harsh reality few dare to confront. The more you yield to procrastination, the more your power diminishes. Each instance you opt for the path of least resistance, each time you defer the inevitable, you are training your mind to seek refuge from discomfort. You are subconsciously teaching yourself that your commitment is unreliable. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, you morph into someone governed by a chorus of excuses, a puppet dancing to the strings of avoidance. But if procrastination is so intrinsically self-destructive, why are we so prone to it? Why do we repeatedly succumb to this destructive cycle, even when we understand its insidious consequences? The answer lies within the intricate wiring of your brain. Procrastination isn't simple laziness. It's a deeply ingrained psychological mechanism, a form of self-sabotage orchestrated by your own nervous system. The greatest adversary you face resides within your own skull. And the most disheartening aspect, the modern world thrives on this weakness, turning it into a pervasive lifestyle. The seductive allure of social media, the incessant barrage of notifications, the captivating spell of short-form videos, the endless stream of entertainment, all are meticulously designed to capture your attention and nurture your procrastination habit, reinforcing the postponement of what truly matters. You're not simply battling yourself. You're grappling with an entire ecosystem that prospers from your procrastination. But today, that dynamic is about to shift. In this discussion, we will dissect procrastination, stripping it down to its very core. We will illuminate the uncomfortable truths you've been actively avoiding. We will delve into the underlying forces of fear, explore the dynamics of self-sabotage, understand how your own brain is working against you, and most importantly, provide you with the tools to reclaim control of your life. Because ultimately, there exist two distinct paths: those who actively shape their lives and those who passively observe their lives unfold. Which path will you choose? Now, let's dissect the unvarnished truth about the real nature of procrastination. It's tempting to dismiss it as a mere matter of laziness or a lack of discipline, a simple deficiency in willpower. But that explanation barely scratches the surface. Procrastination isn't the core problem. It's a telling symptom of deeper, more significant issues. If it were solely due to laziness, why would you willingly dedicate hours to engrossing entertainment, endless scrolling through social media, or binge-watching videos? If a lack of discipline was the sole culprit, why are there moments when you can exhibit focused intensity, when you perform admirably under pressure, or when the looming deadline compels action? The true impediment isn't a lack of knowledge on how to act. It's about what that action signifies to your subconscious mind. Procrastination functions as a powerful defense mechanism, a shield constructed by your mind. Your brain perceives a task as uncomfortable, triggering this defense whether it's due to the potential for failure, the stifling grip of perfectionism, the gnawing doubt of low self-esteem, or the simple acknowledgement that the task is genuinely difficult. A chain reaction follows. Your brain sounds an internal alarm, like a cornered animal seeking escape from pain. Your mind embarks on a quest to discover a suitable diversion. Abruptly, every other activity seems infinitely more alluring. You convince yourself that you'll just take a quick glance at your phone, and before you realize it, an hour has vanished. You decide to indulge in a comforting cup of coffee before diving in, and when you finally emerge from your reverie, the day has dissolved. Time slips through your fingers like grains of sand, yet your mind provides you with seemingly valid justifications for the delay. And here's the most insidious detail. The more you procrastinate, the easier it becomes to procrastinate again. Your brain is a remarkably adept learning machine. It quickly recognizes that avoiding an unpleasant task provides immediate relief and swiftly transforms this pattern into an automatic habit. You unwittingly train your own mind to circumvent discomfort, and this triggers a self-perpetuating cycle of avoidance. The more you evade something, the more formidable and intimidating it appears. But there's more to the puzzle. Lurking beneath the surface is another hidden factor, often overlooked. Your very identity is at stake. Often when you defer a task, the underlying reason isn't the task's inherent difficulty, but the potential transformation completing it would force upon your self-perception. Consider this. If you successfully complete that challenging project, if you finally commit to your studies, if you genuinely embrace the change you've been contemplating, the familiar sanctuary of excuses will vanish. You will be compelled to prove yourself, to meet the expectations you've set. And the potential of failure, the possibility that you might not be good enough, the crushing realization that you might not be the person you envisioned yourself to be, that fear is paralyzing. This is precisely why countless individuals prefer to linger in the ambiguous realm of procrastination. As long as they avoid making a concerted effort, failure remains a mere theoretical possibility. Do you grasp the intricate web now? Procrastination is not synonymous with laziness. It's fueled by fear. Fear of committing mistakes, fear of exposing your vulnerabilities, fear of falling short of expectations, fear of venturing beyond the comfortable confines of your comfort zone. And fear, my friend, is an invisible prison, a cage constructed by your own mind. But this prison has an architect, an internal saboteur operating covertly, subtly dictating your actions without your conscious awareness. Who is this clandestine adversary? In the upcoming section, we will delve into the silent battle raging within your own brain and uncover the strategies to escape its grasp. If you often find yourself feeling as though procrastination is beyond your control, there's a compelling reason for that sentiment. Your own brain is, in a sense, sabotaging you. Within the confines of your mind, two distinct forces are perpetually vying for dominance over your decisions, the limbic system and the prefrontal cortex. This internal conflict unfolds constantly, and all too frequently, the less desirable side emerges victorious. Let's dissect the key players in this internal drama. On one side, we have the limbic system, the most primitive part of your brain. It governs emotions, immediate impulses, and the relentless pursuit of instant gratification. The limbic system evolved as a crucial survival mechanism for our species in a historically hostile environment. Our ancestors required swift reactions to perceived threats, immediate action to secure sustenance when hunger struck, and the avoidance of any uncomfortable situation that could potentially jeopardize their lives. It was not designed to engage in long-term planning or strategic thinking. On the opposing side stands the prefrontal cortex, the most rational and highly evolved region of the brain. It's responsible for planning, setting long-term goals, and making informed decisions based on future consequences. While the limbic system clamors for immediate comfort and fleeting pleasure, the prefrontal cortex advocates for sustained progress, unwavering discipline, and meaningful personal growth. If you've ever experienced that internal dialogue where one voice insists, "I need to start now," while another retorts, "Just 5 more minutes," you've witnessed this internal battle firsthand. And here lies the core challenge. The limbic system invariably acts first. It's swift, automatic, and emotionally driven. The prefrontal cortex, in contrast, is deliberate, slow, and demands conscious effort. This implies that if you lack awareness of this internal struggle, the limbic system will consistently emerge as the victor. This explains why procrastination often feels so effortless. Your brain is simply adhering to its evolutionary programming, circumventing exertion, avoiding discomfort, and opting for the path that offers the most immediate gratification. Modernity has exacerbated this inherent imbalance. Consider this. The contemporary world is essentially an amusement park, meticulously designed to stimulate the limbic system. Social media, the constant stream of notifications, the captivating allure of short-form videos, the readily available indulgence of ultra-processed foods, the easily accessible nature of pornography, and the immersive nature of video games. All of these activities trigger the pleasure circuits within your brain, releasing dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and pleasure. Your brain is inherently programmed to seek dopamine whenever possible, because historically, dopamine release was associated with vital achievements, such as successfully acquiring food or ensuring reproductive success. However, in the present day, dopamine is perpetually available with minimal effort. The consequence? Your brain becomes addicted to instant gratification, and your ability to focus on tasks that demand sustained effort deteriorates significantly. Now, each time you attempt something challenging, studying, working, writing, exercising, the limbic system triggers an alarm. It perceives a threat and swiftly steers you towards something more pleasurable and less demanding. And what do? You instinctively reach for your phone, turn on the television, or engage in any activity that distracts you from discomfort. Unbeknownst to you, at that precise moment, you are being subtly controlled. And here's the sobering reality. If you fail to seize control of your own mind, something else will inevitably take its place. It could be the pervasive influence of the entertainment industry, the addictive nature of algorithms, or the prevailing culture of distraction. Ultimately, you risk becoming a mere passenger in your own life, passively observing the unfolding events. But don't despair. This doesn't imply that you're destined to remain in this state forever. The encouraging news is that there exists a path to regain control. You can actively train your prefrontal cortex, strengthening its ability to resist the impulses of the limbic system and break free from the cycle of procrastination. To achieve this, we must confront the most formidable adversary of all, the fear of failure, and the pervasive tendency towards self-sabotage. In the next section, we will unravel how fear paralyzes you, often without your conscious awareness, and what actionable steps you can take to dismantle it before it derails your dreams. If you grapple with procrastination, there's a fundamental concept you need to internalize immediately. The issue doesn't reside within the task you're evading. The core problem lies in what that task represents to you. Reflect on the tasks you've consistently procrastinated on. A crucial work assignment, a long-cherished personal project, a pivotal decision poised to reshape your life. You weren't merely postponing the physical action itself, you were deferring the potential consequences of that action. You were actively fleeing from the anticipated repercussions of actually undertaking what needed to be done. And nearly always, that escape is fueled by a single, powerful emotion: fear. Fear lies at the root of procrastination, but not necessarily an overt fear like the fear of heights or public speaking. Rather, it's a subtle, disguised fear that operates behind the scenes of your mind, influencing your decisions and actions. It's the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of the crushing realization that you might not be as competent or talented as you once believed. Procrastination often arises because taking action necessitates putting yourself to the test, and testing yourself inherently involves the risk of failure. As long as you're confined to the realm of planning, contemplation, and postponement, you can maintain the illusion that you're capable of achieving perfection should you ever choose to dedicate yourself to the task. But the instant you embark on action, you expose yourself to the risk of imperfection. And what if the outcome falls short of expectations? What if you discover that you lack the necessary talent, intelligence, or skills to succeed? That's the paralyzing fear that whispers, "If you don't try, you can't fail." And that's where self-sabotage enters the equation. Self-sabotage is a subconscious mechanism employed by your brain to evade emotional discomfort. It manifests through excuses, distractions, and even self-destructive behaviors, all designed to prevent you from confronting what genuinely frightens you. Have you ever noticed how, when you have a particularly important task looming, a flurry of seemingly urgent matters suddenly demand your immediate attention? Your desk requires meticulous organization before you can begin. You need to conduct just a bit more research before taking any meaningful action. You suddenly experience an intense craving for a snack and decide that you must satisfy it before commencing work. These are not mere coincidences. This is your brain attempting to safeguard you from a perceived threat, a threat that it has conjured itself. And the most insidious aspect: the more you sabotage yourself, the more you reinforce this destructive programming. You begin to genuinely believe that you lack discipline, that you are inherently unproductive, that you are fundamentally incapable of achieving success. Each instance of procrastination strengthens that insecure and vulnerable identity. Over time, procrastination ceases to be a mere behavior and evolves into an integral part of your self-perception, shaping who you believe yourself to be. But what if I were to reveal that this fear is an illusion, that the failure you dread so profoundly holds no inherent significance? What if the real tragedy isn't the potential mistake, but the precious time you squander by allowing fear to dictate your actions? What you truly require isn't more motivation. You need to fundamentally alter your perception of failure. Only when you cease running from the possibility of making mistakes will you genuinely empower yourself to take meaningful action. In the next section, we will explore an even more formidable adversary, the world that surrounds you. We will dissect how society, the pervasive culture of distraction, and the seductive allure of social media are subtly programming you to fail, and what you can do to escape this insidious trap before it's too late. If you believe that procrastination is solely a personal predicament, I implore you to reconsider. Procrastination is not merely an individual habit. It's a product of the very environment you inhabit. We exist in an era of unprecedented distraction. Never before in human history has it been so effortless to evade even the slightest uncomfortable task. Today, you have access to an entire universe of readily available stimuli, poised to hijack your attention the moment you contemplate engaging in productive activity. What once demanded diligent effort and unwavering patience has now been supplanted by the promise of immediate gratification. And believe me, this shift didn't occur by chance. You have been systematically trained to procrastinate. Consider this. Every major corporation, every technological giant, every social media platform shares a singular objective: to maintain your captive attention for as long as possible. They profit directly from your distraction. The time you spend on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or any other similar platform is not accidental. It's meticulously planned and strategically designed to be utterly irresistible. The seemingly infinite feed, the relentless stream of notifications, the sophisticated algorithms that deliver precisely the content you're most likely to engage with. All of these elements have been meticulously crafted to capture and sustain your focus. Because the more time you dedicate to distraction, the less time you devote to building something meaningful in your own life. And here's the cruel irony. The more you procrastinate, the more intense your feelings of guilt and inadequacy become. And the more intensely you experience these negative emotions, the more you seek solace in distraction to alleviate the discomfort. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. You procrastinate, experience the pangs of guilt, seek refuge in the readily available dopamine of social media, and ultimately find yourself spiraling further into procrastination. Now, observe the world around you. Do you honestly believe you're the only one ensnared in this insidious trap? Of course not. We reside in a society where individuals are perpetually bombarded with information, yet simultaneously plagued by profound unproductivity. We have never been busier, yet we have never accomplished so little. The underlying reason: the system is functioning precisely as intended. A world populated by distracted, anxious, and directionless individuals is a world that is far easier to control. Procrastination isn't merely a personal failing, it's a social epidemic with far-reaching consequences. But here's the most unsettling truth. If you don't assert control over your own mind, someone else will gladly do it for you. So, how do you break free from this insidious trap? How do you disrupt this destructive cycle and reclaim your inherent ability to act, to focus, and to construct something tangible and real? The answer awaits in the next section. Now that you possess a comprehensive understanding of the adversary, it's time to equip yourself with the appropriate weapons to vanquish it. In the upcoming segment, we will explore proven psychological methods to dismantle procrastination and reprogram your mind to embrace action. It's time to seize back control of your life, Now that you comprehend why you procrastinate and how both your own brain and the external forces of society conspire against you, the paramount question emerges: how do you effectively break free from this cycle? If you're expecting a miraculous solution, prepare for disappointment. Overcoming procrastination isn't about discovering a surge of motivation. It's about fundamentally reprogramming your mind, forging new mental pathways, and replacing destructive habits with strategic approaches that compel your brain to act, even when your initial inclination is to resist. This transformation demands sustained effort, unwavering resilience, and a willingness to confront discomfort head-on. If you're prepared to embrace that challenge, here are some of the most potent techniques, grounded in psychological principles and designed to leverage the workings of your own brain to permanently dismantle procrastination. 1. The 5-second rule: outsmart the limbic system. Your mind will invariably attempt to persuade you to postpone any task that presents even the slightest discomfort. But there's a simple yet powerful trick to circumvent this automatic programming: the 5-second rule. Developed by Mel Robbins, this technique operates as follows. The instant you recognize that you're hesitating to commence a task, initiate a countdown: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then simply begin. The underlying mechanism: the limbic system acts with remarkable speed to evade discomfort, but the prefrontal cortex requires only a few precious seconds of initiative to seize control. If you grant your mind ample time to deliberate, procrastination will inevitably ensue. However, if you act preemptively, before the limbic system can fully engage, you disrupt the postponement pattern. 2. The Pomodoro Technique, transforming effort into a game. Your brain is inherently averse to prolonged, monotonous tasks. However, it readily embraces the allure of quick rewards. This explains the effectiveness of the Pomodoro Technique. It transforms work into a series of manageable challenges. The method is straightforward. Dedicate yourself to uninterrupted work for 25 minutes, followed by a brief 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle. Upon completing 4 cycles, reward yourself with a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. The core principle is to subtly deceive your brain. Working for hours on end can feel overwhelming, but committing to a focused 25-minute interval seems far more attainable. The outcome? You commence the task, become immersed in the flow, and before you know it, you've accomplished far more than you initially imagined. 3. The Zeigarnik Effect, harnessing your mind's natural tendencies. Have you ever noticed how a movie or television series, abruptly interrupted during a suspenseful moment, lingers persistently in your thoughts? This phenomenon is attributed to the Zeigarnik Effect, a psychological principle that compels the brain to fixate on incomplete tasks. Now, envision leveraging this effect to combat procrastination. The tactic is deceptively simple. Initiate your task and deliberately interrupt yourself midway. If you need to compose a text, write a single sentence and then pause. If you intend to study, open the book, read 1 paragraph, and then cease. Your brain will experience a sense of unease due to the incompleteness and will naturally seek to return to the task to achieve closure. This effectively dismantles the overwhelming notion of, "I need to complete everything at once," which often serves as a catalyst for procrastination. In reality, the most formidable obstacle isn't the act of continuing, it's the initial act of starting. 4. The identity of action. Define yourself through action, not thought. Cease striving to be disciplined. Cease striving to be productive. Instead, commence acting as though you already embody those qualities. Procrastination thrives when you perceive yourself as someone who procrastinates. If you harbor the deep-seated belief that I am inherently lazy, or I never finish what I start, your brain will diligently seek out opportunities to validate that self-perception. But what if, instead, you began affirming, I am a person who takes action, irrespective of my current level of motivation. Refrain from dwelling on motivation. Refrain from fixating on immediate results. Simply act as though you are that person right now, because identity isn't a prerequisite for action. Rather, action shapes identity. These strategies are effective because they address procrastination at its psychological core, directly targeting the underlying causes. But there's a crucial caveat. Possessing this knowledge is futile if you fail to put it into practice. And that brings us to the ultimate question. How can you ensure that you never again succumb to the insidious cycle of procrastination? In the next section, we will conclude this discussion with a direct challenge tailored specifically for you. If you genuinely desire to transform your life, this section will be the most crucial of all. Now you possess the unvarnished truth. Procrastination is not synonymous with laziness. It's not indicative of a lack of discipline. It's not merely a bad habit. It's a manifestation of underlying fears, self-sabotaging tendencies, and the subtle hijacking of your attention by the modern world. However, merely possessing this knowledge is insufficient. If knowledge alone were the solution, procrastination would cease to exist. The true challenge lies not in what you know, but in what you actively do with that knowledge. And this is where the most demanding aspect emerges. You are presented with a choice. You can conclude this discussion, acknowledge the validity of the points presented, find the information intriguing, and then simply revert to your previous patterns of behavior, remaining entrenched in the same cycle of postponement, seeking more videos, more tips, more explanations, while your life remains stagnant and unfulfilled. You can continue to deceive yourself, proclaiming that you'll commence tomorrow, while days, weeks, and years continue to slip away. And when you finally awaken to the passage of time, it will be irrevocably too late. Or you can make a decisive commitment right now, a genuine decision, a decision that fundamentally alters the trajectory of your life. Because ultimately, there are only two distinct types of individuals: those who actively shape their lives and those who passively observe their lives unfold. Which individual will you choose to be? Now I challenge you to demonstrate to yourself which of these categories you genuinely belong to. Here is your challenge. Within the next 5 seconds, write in the comments section the very first task that you've been procrastinating on and that you pledge to take action on today. It can be something small or something significant. The scale is irrelevant. The crucial element is that you commit to action now. Do not exit this video without leaving a comment. If you fail to do so, what will undoubtedly occur? Your brain will rationalize postponing the task until later, and you know what that implies. Later is a mythical realm where tasks perpetually remain undone. So, demonstrate your self-mastery right now. And after you've completed that step, continue to the next segment, as it is just as important as the content we've already covered. If you're truly committed to transforming your life, you cannot afford to halt your progress now. So, proceed and I'll see you there. So there you have it. We've journeyed together into the often uncomfortable truth about procrastination, uncovering its roots in fear, self-sabotage, and the cleverly designed distractions of our modern world. Remember, this isn't about beating yourself up. It's about understanding the why behind your actions so you can finally take control. This is the beginning of your attention detox, not the end. It is about obtaining the cognitive clarity to move forward, armed with these mental health tools. And by developing a productivity mindset, you can achieve self-optimization. Procrastination isn't a life sentence. It's a challenge to be overcome, a puzzle to be solved so that your unique perspective may come to the surface. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What resonated most with you in this video? What specific challenges are you facing? Or how are you already using some of these mind reprogramming techniques? Leave a comment below. Let's spark a conversation, share our experiences, and support each other on this journey. And if you found this neuroscience content helpful and you're ready to unlock more high-performance habits for a more conscious living, be sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing more insights, strategies, and practical tips to help you reclaim your focus, master your time, and live a life driven by purpose, not procrastination. Don't miss out. I can't wait to connect with you again.